Hi, everybody. This is Lea Salonga coming to you from Manila, Philippines. Thank you all so much for tuning into the Call to Unite. A reminder, if you're able to, please go directly to givedirectly.org to donate. No amount is too small, and these funds go directly to the people and areas that need them the most. Doctors and nurses around the world have become our superheroes during this pandemic, and we're about to speak with a few of them who have been battling on the front lines for many weeks. This is an opportunity for me to personally say thank you to these 4 frontliners, as well as to every healthcare professional that is working so tirelessly to save our lives. These are very busy people, so let's just get right to this conversation. We have Dr. Armin Supnet, Dr. Jeremy Ann Suelto, Dr. Jillian Tabora Lacdao, and Dr. Benjamin Ko. Good morning, everybody, and thank you so much for joining us here.
Good morning.
Good
morning, Lea. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone.
Yeah, thank you all so much. Truly, thank you from everybody. Dr. Supnet, I wanted to ask you first, because you had contracted COVID at the start of the pandemic. So how are you doing, if I may ask?
I'm already okay. I already recovered from the disease. I'm doing great.
Excellent. So are you back to work, or are you still waiting for the go-ahead?
I'll be going on May 2 on duty already.
Oh, okay. Are you looking forward to it?
Yes, I'm very excited.
I want to ask you, when you got sick, I mean, how did your friends and your colleagues react to it? I mean, this happened medyo sa umpisa ng pandemic kasi when not as much was known about what was going on.
It's actually when I had it. It was just the first week of wherein there was a reported case of local transmission here in the Philippines. I thought it was only a ordinary flu, but then my condition progressed and I went into critical condition. A lot of people were scared because I had a lot of interaction with them prior to being toxic that time.
Wow. So this actually leads me to Dr. Jill. Because you're a pulmonologist, you're pretty much in direct contact with a lot of patients. I mean, in pretty close contact. So given your proximity to a lot of these patients, so how do you prepare?
Well, the first few weeks of March, it was really challenging for all of us, not just the pulmonologists, but all the other doctors and the medical staff. Because, coronavirus is really new to everyone. So we really had challenging times, especially during the first part, when we see all these patients deteriorating, also our colleagues. So the group, the team has this support system. We try to comfort each other, we help each other out, and we always start our duties with a prayer, asking for protection and for guidance. And we hope that we can finish the duty, that we're all okay and safe.
Your husband and I are actually friends, which actually makes me excited to be talking to you today. And I asked him last night, so as a spouse of someone who is serving actively on the front lines, how do you deal with it? And he said it was a mix of feeling so proud for the work that you do, as well as feeling concerned. As his wife, how do you comfort him?
Lea, Martin has always been very supportive of my career, and he knows that this is our call of duty. So there are things that we were supposed to prioritize, but because of this pandemic, it had to take a backseat for a while. He never complained. He sees me when I go to work. He respects our profession, and he's always been there, supporting all the frontliners. So I'm very thankful for that.
Dr. Suelto, you're in charge of staffing, and because you're the chief resident in Makati Med, so what kind of challenges were you faced with?
I just started being the chief resident just March 2 of this year. So
wow,
it all started this our first case of COVID-19 at MMC last March 9. So I was just a newbie in the position. So since I'm in charge of the residents and fellows, the total of them are 120. So that's pretty much. So I have
that's a
to
lot.
adjust. Yes, that's a lot. So I asked for the help of our fellows to go on duty since most of my residents were quarantined. So the quarantined residents even reached up to 30. And even our fellows were quarantined during that time. It reached
Oh,
about
Lord.
10. So for a total of 40 residents and fellows who were quarantined during that time. So my personal struggle is that how can I actually arrange their schedules since they go on every 3-day duty? And at the same time, I have to consider also the risk that is attached to their work. So I devised a schedule wherein there is a mandatory quarantine for all of them. So it's a 6-day cycle, 6 days on duty and 6 days off duty. So basically, what I can see from them is physical exhaustion, and we can't do anything about it because they're, aside from it's being the call for duty for doctors, I think their willingness to help and actively participate in the care of the patient is there. And for that reason, I'm really, really happy with what our residents and fellows are doing.
That's incredible.
Yes.
That's truly incredible. I mean, the mental shuffle must be overwhelming, but you guys are doing fantastic. Dr. Ko, since since you have been commenting pretty much on the COVID crisis, where are we now as far as this curve, as far as flattening it? Do you think we're anywhere close to flattening this curve here in the Philippines, or do we have a ways to go?
We hope that we should be able to flatten the curve. You see, most of the data that are coming in currently are actually taking a roller coaster ride. Some of the data that come in are actually latent, which means that even the recoveries and the patients that have died are coming in late. And that's also because of the backlog that we get out of various testing sites. You have to remember that I know you understand that we are a 7,600 plus island. Not all of the testing sites are actually in Metro Manila. Most of the provincial areas have lack of testing sites, and it's only recently that we've begun to ramp up testing. So trying to identify and put up all of these numbers are quite difficult. But if you do the mathematical modeling for this, I think, and this is personal, I think based on the numbers that we have, we may get out of this. We have at least 97% of the virus contained by May 7th. This coronavirus takes a normal distribution curve, which means if you know what statistics is and a normal distribution curve is, it takes an S curve. So it will peak, but it will go down. And the ECQ, which the president declared, is actually going to help. But we can't lock down for a prolonged period of time because it's really going to economy. So I think we're there. We're at the plateau. We should be going down in the next few days. And we might be out of this sometime in June.
Oh, I think a lot of people in the country are going to feel a sigh of relief when we see June and feel that feel that we can somehow return to some degree of normal. So allow me, please, on behalf of a very grateful nation for whatever you guys are doing in your own respective capacities, just to say maraming salamat sa lahat ng mga ginagawa nyo, saving people's lives, just choosing to be there in the thick of everything in order to give us information, to give us care and support. We're doing our best to stay home, and you guys are unable to. So we will be continuing to pray for you. We wish you God's blessings of protection. And we hope to see you all on the other side. Jill, we're going to have drinks with Martin when this is all over. And it'll be so nice to actually finally meet you face to face.
Thank you,
everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you.